Hai no Sakana, Sakana. Hai no Sakana Huo no Yu Fish of the Fire is a Japanese novel by Murō Saisei. It was first published in 1960 and was later adapted into a single-episode TV drama that was broadcast on NHK Hiroshima in 2009. The story describes the interactions between an elderly author and a young staffer from a publishing company as they collaborate on a book cover designed for the author's latest novel. Saisei based the interactions on her own experience when she was writing Mitsu no Ahare Where My No Hair and was working with book designer Kumiko Tochiori in 1959. The novel is written as a collection of letters between the two. Summary: Shozo Murata is an elderly author who is living in Hiroshima in a historical port town that used to be part of the Kitamibune trade route. He lives alone with only a red goldfish for a companion. One day, he receives a visit from Chichiko Arimi, a young woman from the publishing firm in Tokyo. She is substituting for the usual liaison, but at their first meeting, Murata sends her away. After she leaves the island, Murata sees a drawing of a dragon on the beach that the women drew for a boy. He decides to invite her back. When she arrives for his manuscript, Murata asks about her life. Arimi tells him she used to perform shadow plays when she was a college student. Murata asks her to perform it for the kids on the island. Her visits become more frequent as she picks up manuscripts from Murata and entertains the kids. Murata asks Arimi what she thinks of his previous story. After she gives her opinion, he gives her his latest manuscript. She asks him about the design of the book cover. Murata asks about the shadow pictures that Arimi uses in her play. She replies that she made them from her father's ink rubbing of a sea bream. Murata asks her to make an ink rubbing of his red goldfish. But she feels sorry for the red goldfish, because that would mean it would have to die. And that becomes a quiet issue for Chichiko, and Shozo will repent what he has done with her. 2 months later, Murata sees Arimi at a hospital. Unfortunately, she has cancer, but Murata wishes for her recovery. Characters: Shozo Murata, a 68-year-old author who lives in an island in Hiroshima. He was a popular author in Tokyo, but when he became ill 10 years ago, he moved to Hiroshima, back to his hometown, and writes his novels there. Chichiko Arimi, a 28-year-old editor working for a publishing company in Tokyo. She likes Murata's novels and volunteered to visit him on the island to gather his manuscripts. She does not tell Murata that she has a terminal cancer. Yohei, a shopkeeper who owns a grocery store on the island. Kaori, Yohei's wife. Ito, Chichiko's colleague and editor. Colleague and editor, 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 and editor. Colleague and editor, editor, and editor, and editor, and editor, and editor. TV drama. In 2009, NHK Hiroshima developed a live-action drama based on the novel. The theme of the drama is the brightness of the life. The story takes place in Asakishimajima Island, a fictional historical town in the Seto Inland Sea. The screenplay was written by Aya Watanabe, who had worked on House of Himiko and the live-action adaptation of The A Gentle Breeze in the Village manga. The director of the drama was Hiroshi Kurosaki, who would later direct the TV drama for Second Virgin. The drama was filmed in Hiroshima. The Asakishimajima town scenes were filmed at Kure, and the hospital scenes were filmed at the Japanese Red Cross Hiroshima College of Nursing in Hatsukachi. The drama broadcast on NHK Hiroshima on July 24, 2009, and then on NHK Bishi on October 14, 2009. Cast: Yoshio Harada as Shozo Murata, Machiko Ono as Chichiko Arimi, Bansu Kasamatsu as Yohei, Seiko Takada as Kaori, Ryo Imatsu as Ito,